Hello, this is Dr. Clifton Brady, and welcome to Your Freedom Formula, where we're helping people to find freedom, influence, and legacy in their practices. And today I have a new friend, Milan, and he's going to share with you a little bit about what that looks like when it comes to mostly your financial freedom. But he also has a book that I think is coming out or coming out soon. You're living your best third act. I love that. Our whole family's into acting, and we've produced several plays actually in our local community. So I love oh, there we go. That's even better. How to be healthy, wealthy, and happy in your retirement. Don't make the mistakes other people do. So, yeah, that's great. I love it. That's beautiful. Congratulations on your book. And would you mind sharing with people where you are and why did you get into the work that you're getting into?
I am based in Prague, the Czech Republic. I have been senior project manager for more than 30 years, managing big international and global projects. And I gradually started to be afraid of not being prepared for retirement and not willing to be dependent on the state pension.
Mm.
Also, I was afraid that one day when I will not want or be able to work that hard anymore and have all these stresses with big projects which started to damage my life, I realized that I have to prepare myself for retirement. I don't have to rely fully on the state. So gradually I established my company. I started to work as a contractor project manager. I started to invest. I have hired a independent portfolio manager who was and is managing my retirement savings. And when I retired, I thought, actually, before retirement, I started to read books, watch webinars, and look what is available on the topic of retirement preparation.
Mm.
I realized there is no comprehensive literature on this topic. There are many books on financial preparation, many books on health, and so on, but no book which would prepare people for financially health, social relationships, and even finding new purpose for retirement.
Mm.
So I have combined all the knowledge I had, all the experience I had. I started to prepare a course. I have then shifted to writing a book, which is done, prepared to be published probably in January next year. And the course will follow just after that.
Fantastic. I love that so one of my favorite quotes is from Marcus Aurelius: what stands in the way becomes the way. And it sounds like what stood in your way was some challenges that you have tackled head on instead of being afraid of it and just hiding in your bedroom, but actually going out and finding answers for yourself and wanting to help others to do the same. So why do you want to help others with their challenges? What drives you to do that?
First, all of us can see some other people or relatives how they struggle in retirement because they have not prepared. Even when I have been preparing, transformation to retirement is not an easy task. It is pretty complicated. Even if you have prepared financially, you probably at least are losing your life purpose, which originally was based on work, which is not correct anymore in retirement. So you
Right.
have to find your new why for retirement. You have to take care of your health as well. You
Yeah.
will be, unless you have built good relationships, both with your spouse, with friends, and with wider communities, you will miss them pretty hard in retirement. So
Yeah.
when I see so many people struggle in retirement, I would like to help as many of them as possible to avoid this struggle and to be really well prepared.
That's wonderful. Most of the people I work with or talk to and interview are healthcare professionals. They are tired of just the bureaucracies and the limitations that they find themselves in when they're working many hours and not be able to help people they want to help. So they're breaking themselves free from that to try to do their own practices. Many of them virtual, but just going out on their own. What kind of advice would you give those people who might not be in the retirement part of their life yet, but they're working really hard and wanting to again go break free from their current situation? um, what advice would you give them to live their best life and not, fall into those traps that you're talking about?
You mean in retirement or during their work life?
Well, preparing for retirement, I guess, because some of the people I'm talking to are wanting to retire well. They want their health, like you're saying, and they're breaking themselves free so they can save their health, so they're not so stressed and overwhelmed. What would you recommend they do? Maybe they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, maybe even 60s, and they're getting ready to do that. What would you recommend they watch out for? What are the pitfalls they should be looking for?
I am always saying, and they would probably know it, that they can expect to live 20 to 30 years in retirement, even more if they are healthy. And nearly nobody is preparing for this period. So the first thing is awareness.
Okay.
We have all been working, preparing 20 to 30 years for our career. That was our first act. Then we have been working during our life. But the third act will be another 20, 30 or more years in retirement, and nearly nobody is preparing. So the first thing is awareness.
Okay.
There are other things. When you are asking about health, preparing your health, I believe the most powerful thing is prevention. The present medicine is not aimed at prevention. Present medicine solves problems when they arise. Have you ever experienced your doctor speaks to you about prevention, about nutrition, about importance of exercise? I have not.
Not really. No.
They,
You don't have
they
time
have
to do that. Right.
they have no time to do this. And second, I have heard they have no education in that.
Yeah.
Normally, in the universities, I have one lecture about nutrition. That's it.
Right. Right. They just
So
don't talk about it. They don't educate them on it. There's no time.
exactly. The medicine system is not prepared for this. So you can do for yourself at least 100 times more than your doctors can. And I am devoting the whole chapter in my book to this topic. I have summarized the latest knowledge which I have read in books, watched in webinars, experience for myself. So I would recommend them reading at least that chapter of my book.
Fantastic. What is your favorite chapter in the book? You just mentioned one, but what's your favorite one that you can't wait for everybody to experience?
I have been thinking of this, even discussing it with my coach, and it seems that maybe the most important thing is to be prepared to find the new purpose for your retirement.
Amen. That's
You
great.
can have you can have all the money if you don't know what to do or if you don't have health. So, but generally, if you have health, you have all the money, you have good relationships. If you know what to do and why, you will struggle. Most people either buy a new pet, many people start to travel with no purpose, which can last for several months, and then
You're right.
what?
Right. Then what? Exactly. That's a good point. When I talk to people about transitioning from a traditional practice, the very first thing I want them to identify is why are they doing it? What is the purpose behind it? Not just to get away from their current situation, because sometimes wherever you are, there you are. Wherever your problems were, they come with you. So unless you get rid of those problems or have a bigger, better purpose, then the challenges will continue on with your life, even though you're not working anymore. You just have more time to worry about your problems and not have a purpose in life. I love that. That's fantastic. Well, what's one last thing you'd like to share with those who are again getting ready to retire, or those who are preparing, and then when can we expect your book? Remind January next year.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So what's one last thing you'd like to share with our audience?
I would generally say they would probably first, they may want first to read the book, then possibly watch my course, which will follow after that. And I will be ready to provide one-to-one discussion or coaching about the specific topics which they either don't understand or want to go into deeper detail. So this would be probably the right sequence of getting the information from the book and then going into details through course or one-to-one coaching.
Okay, that's wonderful. Well, I know this was brief, but I feel like what you've offered people is to be prepared. Don't wait to the end of starting retirement, but have that purpose already developing. Maybe you don't know exactly what it is, but be prepared to move forward. And again, the reason why I call this finding your freedom formula is that formula needs to be in place. We need to know what we're going to be doing so that we can start acting on those. I believe promptings from God. In my case, I believe in God, and I feel like we can have those inspired moments, those inspired thoughts, so that well, I might as well throw up the other one, that with that freedom and that influence or knowledge, we can create a legacy that can live on for many years to come. But
Yes, and there are proved steps how to discover your new purpose. I have action steps. I have homework in my book, so they can help you to find your new purpose.
wonderful. Well, thank you for your time, Milan. I appreciate it, and hopefully, someone listened to this and takes your warning to prepare for their retirement, and take your book and learn from it. And I can't wait to interview you again when the book comes out.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Thank you for your time.